welcome to class Pilates Stretch. Before we get started, if you have a block or two, that would be helpful. If you don't have a block, maybe just a pillow, a small pillow or a folded towel to put between your thighs. If you have small weights or bottle of water, that will be helpful. And if you don't, that's okay too. And then a towel, a long towel, or a strap or a tie is always handy to have near you. We're going to have a well-rounded practice today. We're going to do some stability, balancing, strength, and always stretching in my class. If you have any injuries, please make sure that you listen to your body. You don't have to do everything that I offer. You can definitely modify or take a pause and then catch up with us. The video is available for later on, so if you struggle with something, I recommend to go back to that particular section and then play it again, put a pause and work on it and notice where your weaknesses are so you can make them strong. A few basic landmarks that I will mention will be, one of them will be the sacrum, the base of your spine, and it's that triangular bone between your hip bones here, okay? Bringing your hip points towards each other will be the pointy part of your hip bone, the ASIS, the anterior superior iliac crest, spine here. And then bringing those towards the midline is going to engage your transverse abdominis. That's the deep core muscle, the lower part of it. So think about it like a little corset, and then we'll zip it up. Your front lower ribs are the top part of your transverse abdominis. The tendency here is to poke your rib cage out, bringing the lower ribs towards each other, corseting them in, and down towards your navel is going to create a neutral spine through your practice, unless I specified something else. We'll get started on our back. Make sure that your sacrum is grounded on the mat. If you have a ponytail in your way, please move it so your spine is neutral. Open your arms out in a T position. Walk your feet in front of you, just about maybe 1.5 feet away from your sitting bones. Take a moment here to check in. Notice the overall sensations in your body. And our practice is heavily dependent on our breath. Breathing in and out. In this class, I encourage you to breathe through the nose and exhale through the nose. If that doesn't work for you, then do whatever it takes for you to breathe and to exhale to let go. Press your right foot to the floor. Press the big mount, the little mount of your pinky toe. Center of your heel of your right foot. And then release the engagement, and then do the same with your left. Press the left mount of your big and little toe, center of your heel. Notice where that's traveling to, and then let it go. Bring your hands over your heart, extended towards the ceiling. On the inhale, take your palms up and over your head. Try to keep your arms low. On the exhale, big circle all the way around you. Again, inhale over your head. Keep your sacrum grounded. Exhale, big circle. Again, inhale up and over your head. Breathe and feel. Big circle all the way around you. If you have any toys like I do, try to move them out of your way. And then we go the other way. From your hips, your hands are down by your hips. Inhale, lift your arms up and over. Graze the floor with your nails. Over your head, all the way down. From your hips, inhale, big circle. Notice the feedback you're getting. And then all the way over your heart and down. One more time. Inhale, open. Exhale, hands over your heart all the way down. Keep your hands alongside your body. Bend your right knee to 90 degrees. And then open your right knee to the right, any amount, and then drop your left knee and then take your right knee with you to the left. Just small. Inhale, center, open to the right from the inner groin, abducting the hip. Come center, inhale, adducting the right hip, drop it to the left. Lengthen your sitting bones, make your waistline long. Come back again, inhale. Exhale, drop your knee to the right, from the hip. And come center, inhale, drop it to the left, lengthen your hip. Slowly come center, release the right leg down. Even your hips out, even your shoulders. Lift your left foot to 90 degrees, inhale. On the exhale, abducting the left hip out. Lift your heel towards the ceiling so there's a rotation. And then come center, drop your right knee to the right, travel to the right, lengthen your hips. You might land on your right palm, don't worry about that. And then come center, use your core, inhale. Exhale, drop your knee to the left. Lift your heel towards the ceiling. Come center, inhale. Exhale, drop your knees to the right. Lengthen your hips away from your ribcage. Slowly come center. Lower your right. Adding on. This time open your arms in a T. Lift your right foot off the floor. Take your right knee over the left knee. Not the ankle, but knee over the knee. Inhale here. On the exhale, drop your knees over to the left, gaze to the right. Relax your chest. Allow your waistline to be long and you lifting your rib cage towards your crown of your head and your hips towards your heels. Breathe in, bulge your abdomen on the inhale, and then squeeze your belly in as you exhale, deepening your stretch. Do that one more time. On the inhale, bulge your belly up. And on the exhale, squeeze your belly in, deepen your stretch. Come center. Release your right foot down, shake your knees a little bit, side to side. Inhale, lift your left foot off the floor, left knee over the right knee. Left knee over the right knee. Inhale here. Exhale, drop your knees over to the right, gaze over to the left. Go to the outer blade of your right foot. Notice the feedback in your body. Relax your chest. Turn your inner light on, so as if you have a little flashlight within your body, creating a sense of awareness of where you are. And now with your next inhalation, bulge your belly, pausing there. On the exhalation, squeeze your belly in, deepen your stretch. Lengthen those hips away from your ribs. Again, inhale, bulge your belly up, all the way around you like a cylinder. And then exhale, squeeze your belly in, lengthen those hips away from your ribs. Slowly come center, release it off. Hug the knees to your chest. Little circles one way, and then another. Okay. From here, you're going to take your fingertips behind the base of your skull. Bring the tongue to the roof of your mouth. Gaze towards your ceiling for now. Lift up your feet, knees together. Spread your toes. two actions here. So just watch me for a moment. It's going to be 4 parts actually. The first part will be engage your core, sacrum on the floor, and then bring the thumb to the roof of your mat. Lift your shoulders, lift your head off the floor. Step 1. Just watch. Step 2, take your elbows to the left, bring your knees to the right. So there's a oblique, and then extend your left leg out. So when I'll cue, you know what I'm talking about. Bring your knee back, bring your elbows to neutral, lower your head down. Keep your feet up. Do it again. Inhale, there we go. Turn to the roof of your mat. Lift and feel your upper abdomen working, rectus abdominis. Twist your elbows to the right. Bring your knees to the left. Extend your left leg out. Spread your toes. Lift a little bit more. One more vertebra off the mat. Knees together. Gaze to the ceiling. Lower your head down. Inhale. Lift. Squeeze high, high. Twist the elbows to the right. Draw the knees to the left. Extend your left leg out. Lift a little higher. Keep breathing. Feel the squeeze in your abdomen. Knees together. Elbows up. Lower down. Inhale. Lift. Squeeze. Feel your upper abdomen. Try to be quiet in your hand. Twist to the right. Knees to the left. Extend the left leg out. Hold it here. Squeeze, lift a little bit more. And we go for regular bicycles. Bend and go to the opposite elbow. Opposite elbow. Breathe and lift your chest. Again, go for 4. Hold. And 3. Breathe. And 2. And 1. Double time for 8. Go. 8. Don't be sloppy. And 6. Long leg. 4. 3. Breathe. Heat is coming. And rest. Shake it off. Drop your knees to the right and left. Exhale through the mouth. So you notice your heart rate went up. We want to keep it up a little bit longer. We have the same thing to do on the other side. Remember, we have little increments, so pace your mindset that it's not going to be this intensity the whole time. There's a little break, take advantage of it. Come back to the next segment. Fingertips behind you, turn to the roof of your mat, lift your feet. Knees together, spread your toes. Lift your shoulders, lift your head off the floor. Twist to the left, knees to the right. Extend the right leg out strong. Lift a little higher. Knees together, elbows neutral, gaze up, lower your head only and shoulders. Inhale, lift, squeeze, feel your abdomen working. Twist to the left, bring your knees to the right. Extend the right leg out. Breathe. Lift any amount of your shoulders off the floor. Knees together, elbows neutral, lower your head, lower your shoulders. Inhale, lift up, straight up. Twist to the left, knees to the right. Extend the right leg out. Lift a little higher. Breathe here, don't hold your breath. Knees together, elbows neutral, lower. One more. I know it's burning, I feel it, but think of the benefits after that. Lift, lift, lift. Twist your elbows to the left, knees to the right. Extend the right leg out. Hold, lift your shoulders off the floor. Regular bicycle, go for 4, hold. Extend the leg out. 4, 3, lift your ribcage, lift. And 2, almost there. And 1, double time, go. 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness, rest. Ay, ay, ay. Drop it off.
Notice I'm making lots of noises. Sometimes it feels good to let go of all that tension that is built in the body, and then nurture it with your new breath. And then envision that your inner pillar of light always is a flashlight, so you have eyes inside of your body, and oftentimes it's that internal massage. Feel it. All right. Bring your feet closer to your glutes, so if you take your hands, you will be about 1 hand distance apart between your heel and your sitting bones, maybe even a little bit less. Take your hands to the outside of your thighs. Resist your thighs to your hands and feel the engagement of your outer leg and glutes. So your glute medius and minimus on the outside. Keep resisting your thighs. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel that. Engage your core, so find your core set through the midline. And now take your hands to the inside of your thighs, and then try to resist your thighs to the midline. So you're trying to adduct your thighs to the midline, meaning bringing it to the midline. So feel both engagement now. Move your hands, and in your vision, your hands are pressing on the outer and the inner thighs. Keep that engaged. Hands alongside your body. Pelvic floor engaged in and up. Lift your hips off the floor. Now the tendency for many of us is to lift all the way with momentum, then you're going to crank your low back. You want to keep it in your glute area. So don't come all the way up, just come gradually up. Press your feet evenly. Notice your right and your right and left foot. Notice all 10 mounts of your toes are pressing evenly, and inner and outer heel. Your outer glutes are active. Find your core set, and now bring your hip points towards your chest. Keep breathing here. Push the floor with your hands. Lift your sternum towards the ceiling, up. Your sitting bones towards the back of your knees. And your job is to notice, to be curious, what and where are you feeling? Vulnerable or engagement? If you feel vulnerable, hug muscle to bone, engage. Lengthen your sitting bones. Lower 1 vertebra at a time, rest there. Shake it off, side to side. Inhale. Keep your left foot on the floor. Lift your right foot off the floor, 90 degrees. Putting all your weight on your left foot, engaging your left glute. Lift, push the floor to lift up. Your hands can be on your thighs this time. Now listen, press your right thigh to your hand, not your hand to your thigh, but your thigh to your hand, and feel the quads working. Feel your left glutes working. Press evenly through the left foot. Close your eyes, breathe. Send energy and love from your left foot to your left glute. Breathe. Align your ankle, your right ankle with your knee, with your hip. Lower your right foot down to the floor. Lift your hips a little bit more. Keep breathing here. Lengthen your tailbone. Come 1 vertebra at a time. Rest. Notice your sacrum. Doing all of those things creates mobility in your hips and stability. So oftentimes you might feel some little crackly and adjustments. Inhale, keep your hands on your thighs. Press all your weight to your right foot, lift up your left foot off the floor. Look at your foot, align the ankle with your knee, with your hip. Spread your toes. Put all your weight on your right glute, right foot evenly, lift your hips off the floor. Left thigh, resist your left hand. Keep breathing. Turn your inner light on. Close your eyes and find your inner flashlight. Notice the energy in your right side of your body. Make sure your glute is active and stabilizing you, not your low back. Keep breathing here. Lift a little bit more. Lower your left foot to the floor. Lift your hips a little bit more. Keep breathing. Hands on your thighs. For 3, 2, and one. Lengthen your tailbone, lower one vertebra at a time. Breathe here, side to side. Okay, if you have a block, take the block on the medium width between your thighs. Okay? Take your hands behind your head. Option one, lift your feet off the floor. If you don't have anything, just imagine you have something between your thighs. As I said, it could be a pillow, it could be a towel folded, could be a block on the medium height or width. Fingertips behind you. Option one, to keep your knees bent. If you have more opening in your hamstrings, your legs will be straight. Doesn't have to be, you can still be here. Inhale, we're going to activate or flex the spine. So your low back in this particular exercise may be flat on the spine, since we're trying to create a flexion in the spine. So inhale, exhale, lift your chest, lift your shoulders, lift your head, tongue to the roof of your mouth and gaze up towards the ceiling. Now lift your tailbone, lift your hips off the floor. Breathe in, bulge your belly on the inhale. Exhale, squeeze and deepen your stretch. Maybe your legs are straight, maybe not. Lower your shoulders down. Lower your sacrum down. Inhale, lift your chest, squeeze. Breathe here, lift your tailbone off the floor. Feel your abdomen working, rectus abdominis, even your deep transverse abdominis working, because everything is coming to the midline. Lift one more vertebra off the floor. Bend your knees, lower your shoulders. Oh, inhale, you know it's season, beach season. I don't know if we can go to the beach, but at least we can get ready. Inhale, tongue to the roof of your mouth. Lift your shoulders. Now your lift is coming not from your neck, from your mid-back. Breathe. Lift your tailbone off the floor. Breathe here. Lift one more vertebra. Keep squeezing the belly. Inhale, bulge your belly out. Exhale, squeeze your belly in and lift a little bit more. For 3, for 2, and for 1. Release it, lower down, rest. Take the block out of your way. Drop your knees, both knees to the left. Take your hands over your head and hook your thumbs together. Just create a resistance here over your head. Gaze, take your arms to the right, your knees to the left. Gaze over to the right, breathe. Bulge your belly on the inhale, so you're getting a nice psoas stretch and a rectus abdominis stretch. Hip flexor, a little bit. Slowly come center. Inhale. On the exhale, drop your knees to the right, walk your shoulders to the left, gaze over to the left. Rise your belly on the inhale, bulge and pause. And then on the exhale, squeeze your belly in, let it go. Slowly come center, release it. Come all the way to the side here. Come into to your forearm. If you have a weight, that's the time to do it. If you have any shoulder injury and you need to find a different way to rest on your, or not rest, you might be here. Okay, you'll just have to modify. More work is on your forearm, and make sure that your shoulder is over your elbow, aligned with your wrist, and your shoulder is depressed away from your ear. Okay. If you have a weight, great, keep it in your right hand. So I'm on my left side. Imagine you have an ankle weight on your right ankle, and then we're going to lift 3 floors. So it's going to be 3, 2, hold. Lift with resistance. So it's not so much momentum, but there's a lot of control here. So squeeze 1, squeeze 2, squeeze 3. Lower. Squeeze 1, breathe. 2, 3, hold. Lift your chest. Core is engaged. Keep your front lower ribs towards your spine. They want to pop out. And release. Again. 1, squeeze 2, squeeze 3, breathe. Keep your knee perpendicular to the floor and lower. Again, squeeze for 1, squeeze 2, come closer, lengthen, lift your chest up, release. 2 more, squeeze for 3, squeeze for 2, squeeze for 1, hold it, lift. Squeeze for 3, squeeze for 2, squeeze for 1. Stay here, pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold and freeze. Get small into a small little ball here. 6, 5, squeeze a little more like an accordion. 3, 2, and 1. Rest, take a little rest. Breathe. So your movement is coming from your hip region. The outer glutes are stabilizing you, your core is stabilizing you. Breathe here, with or without your weight, lift up your arm. Lift your top leg with your ankle weight, so it's really heavy. There you go, flex your dorsiflex your ankle, and now keep the height. Kick your leg, 3, 2, 1. There is a door behind you, try to kick it with your foot, feel your glutes. Bring it forward, open your heart. Draw the arm behind you. Here we go, kick it behind you for 3, for 2, for 1, hold. Bring it forward, gaze back. Lift, kick behind you. Kick, kick, extension of the hip and forward. Give me one more. Kick back, kick. You should feel your glutes, your mid-back active. Stay there, lift up to the ceiling, lower 2 inches. And 8, lower. 7, lower. Notice your ear and your shoulder, and lower. 5, lower. 4, lower. 3, lower. 2, lower. 1, hold and freeze. Go back even more. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Oh my goodness me. All right, rest on your left arm. Take a little moment. Bring your right foot in front of you. Stretch it out. Breathe. Take a moment to revisit in your body where you feel the sensations. Come back to your belly before we go to the other side. We're going to go to forearm plank. If you need to modify and bring one knee down at a time, you can do that. I'll show you the variations. Come all the way down to your belly. Walk your feet back so your front of your thigh, your hip flexors is flat. Bring your shoulders over your elbows and your wrists are aligned. Glue your hands, spread your fingers, and now grip the mat with your fingertips. Draw the elbows isometrically to the back of your mat. Lift your chest. Now the whole time you feel, well, you're squeezing that imaginary block between your elbows. So you feel the engagement of your upper back. Gaze forward, tuck your right toes under, lift your hip, tuck your left toes under, lift your hips. If that's too hard, lower one knee at a time. Shoulders over your elbows, breathe here. Corset your abdomen, lengthen your heels back. Create space between your shoulder blades, so push the floor to broaden your shoulders. Anytime you need a break, lower your knee and then lift it up. We have 25 seconds to go. At any time, remember, you can lower one knee and come back. Push the floor, lengthen your tailbone, and feel the length from the crown of your head to your heels. We're almost there. 5 more seconds for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release, child's pose. Forearm plank is very, very healthy for spinal health. And if you want to look after your spine, please, the school and the people that I've learned from, one of them is a very famous doctor, Dr. McGill, that works with athletes especially, recommends to do this for 60 seconds, at least 60 seconds every day. All right, side B. So this time we're resting on our right hip. Shoulder over your elbow, align with your wrist, knees together, hug your belly in. Lift your arm up if you have a weight, great, and if you don't, you can envision the tone of your muscles that you're gripping into a heavy weight. Your ankle has imaginary heavy ankle weight, so find it. Your movement is coming from your hip. Keep your knee facing the front wall and lift for 3 count. We're going for 3, squeeze 1, squeeze 2, squeeze 3. Lift your chest, front ribs towards your spine. Lower and resist and release. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Notice the sensations. What comes to the surface gives you a feedback of where you are in your body. Release. Again. 3, 2. Don't lose your ankle weight. Breathe. Front ribs towards your spine. Lower with resistance. Again. Lift. Lift from your hip, lift, not from your ankle. Release. Check in with your shoulder and your ear. I have to remind myself. Again, push. 3. Squeeze 2. Squeeze 3. Lift. Release. Again, lift, squeeze, push. Take your spine back. Hold it here. Pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold and squeeze. Come to a small ball. Push the floor with your forearm. 6. Smaller. Knee towards your chest. You're towards your chin. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Take a moment. Breathe and notice where you feel the sensations. If you need to adjust your shoulder, your right shoulder, you need to rest on it, please do so. Listen to your body. Inhale. Lift your arm up. Open your heart. So lift your back ribs open and gaze towards your left hand behind you. Okay. Now from here, lift your left leg from your hip. Bring your hand to neutral. Kick your left leg behind you. Dorsiflex your ankle. Kick the wall behind you for 3, for 2. Kick that door. Kick that door with your foot. Lift your chest. Come back to neutral. Okay, here we go. Kick, kick, hold. Breathe here. This time bring your knee forward. Take your hand behind you. Lift your rib cage up. Nice stretch. Here we go. Keep your height with your knee, ankle, and hip. And then travel back. 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there. Lift your knee up. Breathe and breathe. Notice where it's challenging. That's your chance. And then come forward. Take your arm behind you. Lift. Just one more. Here we go. Kick 3. Kick 2. 1. Hold it there. Hold. Kick 3. Kick 2, kick 1, hold it, lift it up to the ceiling for 6, lower, 5, lower, 4, lower, 3, lower, 2, lower, 1. Hold, hold, hold. Release it. Take a little rest. Extend your right arm to the floor. Extend the right leg. Bend your left knee. Take a moment. Breathe. Okay, slowly come back. We have one more forearm plank. Remember, if you need to modify, you can take one knee down at a time and just come up. So I'm going to give you increments of 20 seconds. We're going to be here for 1 minute this time. So I'll let you know when. Get ready. Come to your Sphinx pose. Shoulders over your wrist. Find an imaginary block between your elbows. Tuck your right toes under, lift your hip. Left toes, lift. There we go. Breathe here. Lengthen your tailbone, squeeze your inner legs. I'll let you know when the 20 seconds come up. 5 more seconds. Okay. So every 20 seconds you have an opportunity to go down and do what you have to do. Hug your belly in. 5 more seconds, coming up to the second 20 seconds. There you go. Go again. Notice where you are. Okay, finish strong here. Last 10 seconds, squeeze. Gaze forward. Squeeze those inner thighs energetically. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release it. Take a little rest. Good job. Take your hands by your chest. Push the floor. Come into all fours. Take your palms, turn your palms so your fingers are facing your knees. Shoulders away from your ears, gaze forward and hug your belly in. Broaden your shoulder blades. Extend your right leg out. Push the floor. Keep breathing. You're working every muscle here in your shoulders, in your arms. Bend your left knee. Gaze forward, broaden your shoulder blades. Lengthen the crown of the head and extend your right leg. Breathe here. Slowly bend your right knee. Push the floor, broaden your shoulders. Find your core set. Extend the left leg out. Lift the leg off the floor. Doesn't have to be super high, but squeeze the inner legs and push. Broaden your shoulder blades. Keep breathing. For 3, for 2, and 1. Slowly release the knee down. Broaden your shoulders. Extend the right leg out to the floor first. Then lift up from your glutes. Push and broaden your shoulders. Draw the left hip back and hug your belly in. Push the floor with your hands. Slowly release it. Tuck your toes under. Peel the heels of your hands. Little circles. Okay. So you should feel warm. I know I am. Your heart rate should have gone up just a little bit. We have 2 more little routines and then we will be done. Well, we won't be done, we'll be doing stretching. All right, so come all the way to standing. Watch me for a moment. I just do it this way so you can see me, but you'll be facing the top of your mat. Your hands are going to be in front of you right this second. You're going to balance on your left leg, lift up your right leg to 90 degrees. Okay? Left hand comes up, opposite leg. Okay? Make a fist with your right hand, make a fist with your left hand. And I'm going to take my right leg to a lunge. Whoop. How to do on the slippery floor. I'll try again. So I'm here, breathe. Change your hands, go back to a lunge. Power, squeeze your inner legs, and then we're gonna come back again, change your hands, lift. Take it back. Your knee is slightly bent behind you, but feel those glutes active. And then we'll come up. Do it again, squeeze. Sit back on a chair, don't bring your chest, hip points are up, lifting. Push, come up. Breathe, we're going slow. Go back, sit on a chair. Feel the whole body's working as one unit. Hopefully you're smiling. Power your belly, engage your glutes, press through the left foot to come up again. Whoa, much harder, right? Squeeze. One more, lengthen, take it behind you, breathe. Squeeze for 4, 3, 2, 1, pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold and freeze for 8, 7, go lower, 5, 4, lift your hip points, 3, 2, 1. Straighten, bring your right foot forward, check it off. Same leg, we're gonna do a little curtsy here. Keep your left leg steady. Lift your arms in front of you. Take your right knee behind you as your right hand goes to the side. Okay? And then come up again. Hands together. Curtsy, take your right hand to the left, gaze to the left. Lower a little bit more, sit back. Lift up. If you want more, you're gonna come back to the balance. Okay? 2 more. Curtsy, breathe, bend, sit back on a chair. Come up, power your left glute, lift, balance. Not easy, but it's okay. That's how we get stronger. Last one, curtsy. Take your right hand with you to the left. Sit back on a chair. Hold it there, pulse for 6, 5, engage your core, 4, 3, 2, hold here for 3, 2, 1. Power your left glute, slowly come up. Shake it off. Keep breathing. Only one side to go. Balance on your right foot, big toe, little toe, center of your heel. Lift your kneecap. Lift your left knee off the floor. Right hand up, make a fist. Left hand in front of you, make a fist. Find your center, left leg goes behind you. Balance and lunge. Squeeze. Change your hands. The hand changes, the leg changes. Squeeze and lift your hip points. Engage and lift your left kneecap up to protect you. So your glutes are taking over now, strong. Power up through the right glute, lift up, change your hands, change your leg. Change again, sit back. Each time maybe you go lower with your left thigh. If you have knee issues, protect yourself, you don't have to go too low, but that's a great way to lengthen and strengthen the front of the thigh. Power, come up. Breathe. One more. Go back, breathe. Stay in there, persevere. Breathe. Hug your inner thighs together energetically. Lower a little bit more. Pulse, 4, 6, 5. Sit back on a chair. 4. Your glutes are active. 2, 1, and hold. Squeeze. 6, 5. Lift your left kneecap. 3, 2, and 1. Power your right glute. Come all the way up. Check it off. Oh my goodness me. Breathe. Okay, we'll find our little curtsy. So watch me. I'm here. I'm going to take my left hand and my left leg to the right. Sit back on a chair. Put your weight on your heels. Come back. All right. Here we go. Inhale. Take it back. Sit back. Lift your chest up. Power through the right glute. Lift. and come up. Your leg can come down. Do what works for you. It's still all good work. Sit back, curtsy. Engage your core. Power, come back up. Just one more. And go, curtsy. Sit back and maybe lower. Pulse for 4, 3, 2, 1, hold, 3, smile, 2, and 1, power. Slowly come up and rest. Okay. Come down to the floor. Let's stretch it out. Goodness. Draw your hips to the right and left. Hydrate a little bit of the outer hip where your hip and your femur meet together. And many attachments go to that joint from your glute muscles. Piriformis, there's a few of those, also your glute medius. All right, from here, take your left knee behind your right knee. We did that in the beginning of class. If you have blocks, it's a great way, or you can use it. You don't have to have it, but it's nice to have. If you do, put it on the medium setting. Right knees in front of your left knee, separate your feet as best as you can. Walk your hands to the right. Draw your hips back and your right knee is going to come off the floor. On this variation, your glute is off the floor. But draw the right hip back so both sitting bones are facing backwards. And if you feel there's a lot of pulling here, come forward and come back. If you then don't have a block, I'll do it without the block so you can see. You can cupcake your hands. Come forward to get recovery. Relax. Exhale, shift back. And in the beginning, I had to do this the whole time, and it actually allowed me to progress so much faster because we're hydrating the tissue, we're promoting blood flow. Breathe. Stay there. You can come onto your forearms. If you have a block, you can rest your block under your forehead. And then imagine for a moment that you have lungs within your hip region, and your inner flashlight now is like aromatherapy, soothing the sensations of your stretch. Breathe in there. Slowly, slowly come forward. Take your left leg out to the left to 90 degrees. Walk your right knee to the right slightly. And then take your hands in front of you. Draw the hips back. Again, if you need recovery, bring your hips forward, gaze forward. Exhale, draw your hips back. You can relax your right foot on the floor, so toenails are on the floor, the right foot. Press the outer blade of your left foot to the floor. Gaze forward, shift your hips forward, inhale. Exhale, take it back. Slowly gaze forward. Bring your hands under, your wrist under your shoulders. And now take your left leg all the way behind you to the right. Tuck your toes under. Gaze over the right shoulder. Just another stretch here. Breathe. Come back. Shake it off. This time your right knee behind your left knee. Make sure that they're as close as possible, and then spread your feet. Separate your feet away from each other. Walk your hands to the left. Inhale. On the exhale, draw your hips back. Lead with your left hip. The tendency here for the left hip to turn to the left, rotate to the left, you want to keep it to the back. Breathe in there. And if you feel there's a lot of resistance there, come forward, breathe in, exhale, engage your core, go back. As many times as you need to. Unload the tension. There's no sense in staying from tension to tension because then your nervous system cannot relax and it won't cooperate with you. So breathe here. Turn the light in your hip region. Try to smooth out any sensations. Relax your eyebrows. You can come onto your forearms if you wish. Slowly, slowly come forward. Bring your wrist under your shoulders. Release your right leg behind you. Open it to the right 90 degrees. Like that. Walk your left knee to the left slightly. Bring your hands in front of you. Inhale. Exhale, draw your hips back. Draw the shoulders away from your ears. Again, shift your hip forward and back. Shine your inner pillar of light like aromatherapy oil. Soften your mind and then allow your breath to travel through your body, and that's your medicine. Your breath is your medicine. Slowly come up, bring your hands under your wrists, bring your left knee in under your hip, and this time swing your right leg all the way behind you to the left, tuck your toes under, gaze over the left shoulder. Shine the ribcage towards the crown of your head. Slowly bring your right knee next to the left knee. Come all the way to your back. Find your sacrum, your shoulders now. Notice what works. Hold on to the opposite elbows. Frame your ears with your upper arms. Remember what elbow is in front. Keep your sacrum grounded. Extend the left leg out and then drop the right knee to the right. So the sole of your right foot is to the inner, like as if we're doing tree pose, but we're doing it supine. So drop your right knee, open those inner groins. Breathe here, try to keep your lower ribs down towards your spine. Breathe. Now remember what forearm is in front of you. Release your arms. Extend the right leg out. Change your elbows. Frame your ears, take your elbows back. Bend your left knee and then drop your knee to the left. The sole of your left foot is to the inner thigh. Dorsiflex your right foot, your left. And then notice the sensations in your sacrum. Are they both on the floor evenly? So that means that your left knee may not be all the way down to the floor. So keep neutral spine here. Breathe. Nurture your body. Release your arms. Lift your knee up. Bring your right knee back up. Drop your knees to the right, to the left. One more time. Take your left ankle this time, your left ankle over your right knee. Dorsiflex your ankle. Drop your knees over to the left. Breathe here, turn your palms to face the ceiling, receiving calmness, peace, gratitude. Gratitude for being able to be here today. Gratitude for your breathing, which we take for granted. And even gratitude, may I dare say, for being able to be challenged. That's a gift in your body, in your workout. Slowly come up. Release your left foot down. Right ankle over your left knee. Dorsiflex your right ankle. Drop your knees over to the right, gaze to the left. Relax your heart, your chest. Always remember the challenges that we come across that usually are temporary. And when we are determined to see the light in front of us and within us, somehow the universe always remembers us. But we do have to stay present, we do have to stay mindful. Slowly release it, come back center. Release and hug your knees to your chest. Little circumduction with your ankle to one side. And then the other side. Cross your ankles. Use a little momentum to come up to a seat. Keep your right hand behind you. Lift your left hand. Turn it all the way up and sideways. And then very, very gently, barely touching the top of your right ear, and then drop your left ear to your left shoulder. Walk your right fingertips away from you. Option to open your mouth and draw the bottom jaw out, like a little fish, and then little yeses. And again, like I said, the video is still here, so if you feel this is, oh, I need to do this more, then take a pause and then do more of that. Slowly release. Take your hands behind you, change your shins. Keep your left hand behind, turn your right palm up and over. Lengthen your rib cage, lengthen, ground through the right sitting bone. Fingertips to your left, above your left ear, drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Walk your left fingertips away from your body. Open your mouth, draw the bottom jaw out. And little yeses. Getting a beautiful stretch here in the sternocleidomastoid. That's a muscle that connects behind your ear to your collarbone to your sternum. Slowly release it. Bring your hands to your heart center. Bow your head to your heart. Take a deep inhale and a deep exhale. Namaste. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you enjoyed practice today. Every part in your body worked today. If you have any requests, comments, please leave them. We always love to see what you have to say. Helps us to get better and do better. I will be here this Sunday for Yin Yoga. So bring your pillows, strap, blocks, invite your friends. I'm looking forward to it. It will be all stretching and very, hopefully, relaxing. Thank you.
Until the next time.